Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be back with you here again today. We're at on the road here against San Diego State, and Football Manager. You can't really see this here, but it still is convinced for some reason that this is a rivalry, though it's not a rivalry match, and we're going to win this match by quite a large margin. As you can see, I'm still going forward with this save. I haven't made any major changes yet, though. As I told you yesterday, I am feeling pretty burnt out with it, and would welcome any sort of recommendations or ideas that you might have for some other project I can do temporarily while we wait to be able to actually start the Hexagon Challenge. I also noticed that Football Manager, before starting this match, for some reason was asking me if my graphics card was up to date, which is strange. It does that from time to time. Bowden with a free kick, and Son Hyun-taek just misses that one, goes over everybody's head. I'm not quite sure what prompts Football Manager to do that from time to time, but something happened. There may have been some sort of update to Proton Experimental or something like that going on. Son Hyun-taek with the header again, and that goes over to Aldana over people's heads, and he scores the first goal, and he's clearly onside, and there's not much that San Diego State could do about that. 1-0 BYU here in the early going. That's a goal I don't think I've seen before in Football Manager. That was a throw that was knocked out, and Son Hyun-taek just got a head onto it, and Aldana had the goaltender and his defender right in front of him, and he pushed it past them anyway, made it look really easy. That's what Cesar Aldana is like. He just comes out and scores goals. His body language seems deep in thought, which is a problem. He shouldn't be thinking too much. We want him to play. We don't pay him money to go out there and solve math problems and do stuff like that. He needs to focus on his craft and focus on his game. That's what we really want. 25 minutes in, here's Bowden with another free kick, and this one looks for Son Hyun-taek, can't quite find him. Boy, they sure have a good connection, though. Here is Son Hyun-taek. Takes a shot from range, a little bit ill-advised, but it's all right. As you know, he has scored those in the past. Having a good game so far, and I mean, this is just too easy. This is the problem that I have with this, right? San Diego State's not really good competition for us. We need to be moving up. We need to be playing somebody else or playing some international matches or something instead of playing the same 9 teams over and over again. Here's Bowden with the corner. Bowden steps back, and Evan fires, and he's looking for Alpha Doe, but he can't quite get it. And that apparently was knocked out by San Diego State. I think that there is reason to believe that we actually knocked that out, but here is Evan again with another corner. And just can't find Alpha Doe again, but it goes back to Bowden. Bowden knocks this back to Alpha Doe over to Silvis. Silvis passes forward looking for Aldana, and is just over his head. Here it is with Jorge Garcia. Garcia passes this one back looking for Grant Martin, can't quite get it to him, and that's knocked out for another throw. And so that's the end of that offensive movement. Aldana had a good cross looking for Martin there, but unfortunately Grant couldn't quite finish that one up, and that was not the last play, that was the play before, and Football Manager's having a hard time keeping up with us. Here's Salinas for San Diego State. It's been a while since I've said his name over to Prianio. And that was a good shot on goal. Korn had to make a good save, so San Diego State is apparently treating this as if it were a rivalry match. Of course, you can see, though, that Salinas, with his first pass, had the ball knocked straight back to him by the player he was passing it to, so I don't know what was happening there. It's a shame because we've seen the final update for Football Manager in 2023 already, and I'm seeing a lot of things that are indicative of problems, so I don't know. Williams knocks this one forward, looks for Martin, finds him. Martin with it now, passes this one down to Aldana for the second goal. It's 2-0. Aldana with 37 on the season. He's going to keep scoring. We've got a lot of season ahead of us, and if we do end up sticking with this, if I can't find any other potential short-term project to captivate my attention, we'll see how many goals Aldana can score. My problem with this, as I've been saying all along, is that we can't do transfers. If I could do transfers, I'd be happy. Right? Why can't I do transfers? Somebody tell me. I've talked with the creator of this editor data file who thought it would be a good challenge. It's this challenge to stay awake. Here's Evan Bowden with the corner. Knocks this one forward, looking for Son Hyun-taek. Can't quite find him, and that's knocked out for a goal kick. And so I guess we will reset it and see what happens. And I guess Son Hyun-taek had a head on that. It's kind of hard to tell from that replay. I mean, I've said this before. I don't think the Football Manager's graphics are absolutely horrible, but there are things like that maybe Football Manager should look into improving. Daly is fouled, and that's going to be Salinas being sent off. He is off with a second yellow card, and so now we have a real advantage, and that's how you can tell this is a rivalry match, no matter what I say. Silvis now shoots this from not that far out, and he's still got that shoot into the 15th row bug in him. We have another half left to play, believe it or not. Kind of hard to believe that we have another half of this to go. Aldana passes back to Grant Martin. Grant Martin with it forward to Evan Bowden. Evan Bowden looks forward for Daly, finds him. Daly looks forward, looking for Aldana, and unfortunately that is intercepted. That was a good thought, though, by Daly, and that would have been number 3 right away. Here's Bowden now with the corner. Steps back and now fires, looking for Doe. Can't quite get to him. It's over to Martin. Martin's pass to Silvas is intercepted by Ballard. Ballard back to Edens and over to Witt. See if San Diego State learns that we don't have anybody on the wings, they could use that to their advantage. But instead, Garcia intercepts and goes over to Silvas to Williams. So Sonny Tech back to Williams, back to Gallagher now. Gallagher, and then it's over to Alpha Doe, and we've set things up over in midfield again. That's the thing. All of these teams do this. They try to faff around in midfield and nothing happens, but if they go on the wings instead, there's none of our players there. So I don't know. I don't know why the artificial intelligence can't figure that one out. Maybe we should go ask ChatGTP. There's Garcia with that header, and that one's just high and over goal. That was a good idea there by Garcia. This is fairly good cross there by, I think it was Bowden, and Garcia's header is just, I mean, he just can't control that quite right. But, I mean, again, he's only, 16 or something? No, I think he's 20-something. He's not that old. Lopez, the San Diego State goaltender, comes down with this, and he walks forward a little bit, and he's going to kick this one, boots it deep down the field, and it's with Alpha Doe. Alpha Doe has it, passes over to Gallagher. Chris Gallagher with it, passes back to Alpha Doe. Alpha Doe now moves this forward, causes his defender to fall down. Back to Silvas, and he passes all the way back to David Korn, and it's back to Gallagher. We reset over to Alpha Doe again. Alpha Doe now on to Sun Hyun Tech, down to Matt Williams. Matt Williams has the ball. Matt Williams moves up again, and he passes this one forward for Martin, and Grant's going to score. He should have scored. That was ridiculous. He knocked that one straight at the keeper. He had all sorts of net in front of him, and instead he decided to play catch with the keeper. I don't understand what the thought was behind that. Martin over to Williams for the header, and it's unusual to see Williams in that position almost scoring a goal, and it remains 2-0 BYU, though we really should have about 3 or 4 goals here. This should have been a goal by Martin. I mean, this is inexcusable. All he has to do is take a step over to the right, and he's got the net right in front of him. I don't know how he doesn't see that. Maybe he's a little bit nervous or something. I don't know. You tell me what you think is going on. Here is Daly now with the throw. I mean, we've just dominated momentum so far. So with Aldana, ends up with Williams, and that's knocked back over to Edens for San Diego State. Street knocks this one back as far as Gallagher. Gallagher passes it to Williams, and it's ridiculous that we didn't score here as well. Aldana went through his man as if he had some sort of magic potion, but unfortunately wasn't able to get to that ball. Here is Bowden with the free kick, and that's a score. That's a goal for Evan Bowden. That's a score for him. It's his 4th goal this season, 3-0 BYU, and our run does continue. We're going to win it again, and we're just kind of going through the motions here, to be honest with you. Evan Bowden with the good free kick, and that is a victory for BYU in the books. We have a lot of competitions left to play through, but I don't know, as I've said before, if it's really in me to play through them, because what I'd really like is a league challenge that's actually a challenge, not one in which we come out as the favorite and then we just sort of go through games as a formality. Here's Ballard knocking this ball forward, but it is knocked out for a throw for San Diego State, and that is the end of that highlight. I guess we'll see if Aldana can get that 3rd goal and can secure the hat trick. But we need to have a highlight take place before that happens. And this is lumped forward for San Diego State, but they only lump it forward as far as Williams, their striker. And you see that so often in Football Manager, the striker knocks it forward to nobody. So, I mean, I guess it's a strategy, it's an idea, but you would figure that after a certain amount of time, they'd figure that nobody is there, and maybe we should stop just lumping the ball forward. Garcia with us now, and he lumps this one forward looking for Aldana, and it's with Daly. Instead, Daly will pass it, cross it. Come on, there you go. Doesn't go to Aldana quite there, though. It's Martin with the header in the end, and that one is knocked back by Lopez for a corner. Daly does the right thing here, looking for Aldana, who's double-teamed, and it's just Cesar wasn't looking for that at the right time. If he had moved over a little bit forward at the right time, that would have been an easy goal for him. Here is Evan Bowden now with the corner over to Alpha Doe, and that's off the crossbar. I think it hit the crossbar twice. Looked like that one almost got stuck in the top of the netting or something like that. No, it hit it only once, but it hit off that hinge between the 2 crossbars. Kind of a hard shot to hit. I mean, it would be harder to hit that than it would be to score, you would think. But we make it possible here at BYU. We always... we know what we're doing. We know what side of the what side our bread is buttered on. And here is a Street throwing it in for San Diego State. This is going to be the last attack of the game, and it ends up with nothing as usual. Korn grabs it, and that's the end of the match. And BYU has won this one 3-0. The San Diego State only had 1 shot on target and only 4 shots total. This was a dominant win for us. We should have won by a bigger margin. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.